Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel presents.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Graveyard Keeper here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. On this episode we will continue the Game of Crone DLC storyline, and well, I got to say something before we do the whole thing. So over the weekend I have been busy getting the footage. So overall, the episodes which you were able to witness on the previous days were all recorded in almost subsequent succession, or I just basically grinded through the night to get the footage, because through the week I will be only capable to render the footage, upload it onto the channel, and publish it for you to enjoy. So if you will suggest tips, tricks, comments, or you will want feedback, or wonder why the hell am I not doing something specific which would streamline or just handle certain type of task or quest line better, it's because that's the only time when I was able to capture the footage. So basically, from the past, I'm apologizing in the future, and I'm confusing myself as to how this whole thing is supposed to work while I'm moving my hands around as I'm talking, confusing myself even more. So if you have provided me with valid points, valid tips, and God knows what else, I do apologize sincerely if I was incapable to feature that in one of the many previously published episodes on the channel. Thing is, I had a specific amount of time to capture as much footage as I could, and because I'm an extremely stubborn person, yeah, things tend to happen. So my usual schedule is that throughout the weekend, I capture as much footage as I can. In the evenings during the workday, especially on Monday, I prep the project to be ready for rendering, and then I just run the render throughout the day while I work my actual job. So I cannot use the laptop anyhow because I'm trying to reduce the usage of the RAM on the system, and unfortunately, due to the heaviness of all the textures which have to be processed while the video is rendered, it just takes a stupid amount of time. Like an hour-long episode takes me 2 hours point something just to render. So if I would be using that laptop throughout that time, it's unfortunately gonna be even longer process. So far, I did not experience problems while I render the footage. When I experience the problems is when I'm actually making or editing the video and audio and putting it into a consumable edition of what I'm trying to do here, which is, I still don't know what. But anyhow, if you were enjoying the content until now, I am really grateful that you had decided to even click on the subscribe button, and maybe after this we're gonna be able to get into another series. I mean, there's a lot of games coming up all the times, but it's just problematic with the limitations of my hardware, so we will see how these things turn out eventually. So once again, I do want to apologize in case I have missed something, or if despite you providing comments in the comment section, I will not be able to utilize those tips for like next 3 or so episodes. I do understand it might be infuriating, but unfortunately until this day I have still lost more subscribers than I have gained, and this just proves that YouTube has great scalability when it comes to the talent required for creating quality product. So I do apologize, but if I would, for example, just make 2 episodes throughout the weekend, then I would have like content for you for maybe Monday, and then we would be done. And I really don't want to do that, because like a month ago, I finished like a 3-month run of me publishing 10 episodes per week to try and get some more viewership on the channel. And because I was, of course, not covering the most mainstream titles or not the newly featured content on the platform, it's kind of difficult to get ahead of other channels. And especially all things considered, I have to admit personally that before I started my channel, I did not know how to use the filters on YouTube. I did not pay that much attention to the comments in the video itself or its description, to be more exact. And now that I'm actually trying to provide some entertainment and trying to improve myself and trying to educate myself, I keep monitoring much more data and I keep looking over certain things in order to improve the overall delivery of the media here on the channel. So thank you for the comments that you see some improvement. It means a lot to me, trust me. I know that I'm no gift to the humankind, but I'm doing my best. I'm not the smartest person. I'm never gonna claim I'm gonna be, but I'm gonna at least try to be as straightforward and honest with you as possible. So now that we have this thing out of the hand, I have been doing some other research. As you can see, I have a gold star chisel. So the idiot that I am, few episodes before, there is a possibility for me to craft the chisel, and a couple of episodes ago, I was wondering, what the hell do I need to do in order to get the gold star chisel? Well, apparently what I need to do is run either the silver or the bronze star steel chisels through this last segment on the Carpenter's Workbench Tier 2, which I realized after reading the bio or the trade menu of one of the Carpenter and Stonemason brothers. So, as I said, you might have mentioned it in the comment section, but by the time you're gonna see this episode and by the time that whole thing has happened, it's just gonna make me look like a dummy. You're gonna be angry that I didn't do something, and it's just really difficult for me to bounce it in between some of these storylines. I usually really try to cover them in the same base so that I gradually progress the storyline of each of the NPCs. But to be perfectly honest, the game is not the most perfectly optimized for that. For example, when it comes to the base game itself, with the merchant himself, you're gonna see such a rapid increase in your reputation in comparison to Snake, in comparison to Astrologer, in comparison to the Inquisitor, in comparison to Miss Charm or Bishop, etc. So this is why there might be some inconsistencies, and I'm really trying to make it as fun as possible. So we are gonna have to do a few things here. I'm gonna have to make 4 more of these gold star chisels, and hopefully that will allow me to supply the Undertaker with what she is currently requesting of me, and that is to provide her with what I do believe is the quantity of 5 of them. So hopefully once we drop that off, that's gonna help me get one step closer to fulfilling her quest line 2, which I'm not really sure if those 5 gold star quality steel chisels would get us to 100 points. I'm also extremely disappointed in the fact that the newly added gravestone and grave fences cannot be studied at the church's study table or workbench or whatever you want to call it. That is a huge disappointment because in my base game I studied the humble marker, all the simple gravestones, the stone gravestones, the carved gravestones, etc., etc. So everything until the crypts and the carved marble gravestones can be studied in your church's cellar for extremely high quantities of blue points. I believe it goes from like 10 to 20 to 50 to 100 to like 300 blue points for studying or something like this. The wiki page might have better information, but it's really disappointing that these are not present. Now, also at the end of the last episode, I came across the tool bag, the universal bag, the builder's bag, etc., etc. These bags are amazing! I swear to God, when I actually went to my farm and I was picking up my own crops, the crops went automatically into the food bag, leaving the inventory space in my own personal storage free. And the same thing goes for anything else. Unfortunately, I don't know if the builder's bag will be able to store the chisels. The thing what you need to keep in mind is that if you put it, however, inside of the builder's bag, inside of the food bag, or wherever you have decided to store whatever you are currently working with, that thing unfortunately is not appearing in your menu. So it's theoretically as if you did not hold it in your own person. So yeah, it's kind of a like it's there but it's not there. So also you need to then click each time on the bag, and yeah, it's just a bit weird with that, but I'm quite sure I'm gonna get used to it and get the hang of it eventually. Now, the main reason why I'm hanging around here downstairs is to kind of free up some of this space. I kind of figured out that with the high-end production which I'm running down here in the cellar, I'm actually outperforming the consumption of the village. So the villagers are not able to keep up with how much booze I'm actually providing to the tavern. Is that bad? No, not really. But on the other hand, it is bad for me because, especially if you are trying to start the game from scratch and run all these DLCs simultaneously, it might create a certain choke point for you or some form of a bottleneck where you are incapable of progressing further just because you are locked, because you cannot, I don't know, grab or create enough money to get some of these quests done. Like, so far we came across 50 silvers for blacksmith, 50 silvers for Clotho, we came across 1 gold for Rosa. So far this is just 2 golds, and 1 gold is equal 100 silvers and 1 silver is equal 100 coppers. So the math adds up, and despite even my math being completely awful, I can tell you that even that can be stressful, especially at the start of your game when you are trying to launch some of these things and trying to establish your base of operation and everything. And I know this is not the most optimal base, but what you need to keep in mind is that I started building this form of a layout almost during the beta. If you would go into the Steam community, for example, and you don't really need even a computer for that, I do believe you should be able, even using your smartphone, access the Steam community, and through there you would be able to find blueprints on how to optimize your yard the most efficient way, which means where to put all the storage chests, where to put your storage, where to put your whatever, stone workshop or carpenter's workbench or whichever thing you do require in order to run a successful enterprise here in the Graveyard Keeper. But yeah, the thing with that is that everyone has their own preference, and everyone will try to chase after a entirely different goal. So I just really hope that you can bear with me for the while. And I'm not really sure if it's better to put the chisels into the tool bag or the builder's bag. Like, should I carry in the builder's bag? I cannot even put the chisels in there. That's actually super weird. I would actually really think that it would be much better for like the tool bag, right? Because the chisel is the tool. Okay, weird, but whatever. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to do this form of apology and also try to cover some of the stuff which I of course uncovered in order to let the time pass, because I don't know if the wiki page will provide us with eventually list of things which you can use at the refugee camp that will tremendously boost the overall happiness of your refugees, you know? For example, like stacking them up with variations of food, variations of alcohol, variations of whatever, in order for you to keep progressing faster and faster. Because it's usually at least an hour of real life or so we're just running around in the game in between these segments, which I try to cover here on the channel. And by actually providing the camp with some cheese and some butter, I'm able to see some differences in at least some of the dishes. I definitely don't recall creating panna cotta, so good to see that the refugees are really taking a good care of themselves. So we are gonna have to wait, of course, for the daytime, but in the meantime, what I can do is finally put down the stakes. And this means that the palisade wall has been constructed. Now I want to see how far does it extend, to be perfectly honest, because it's actually super easy for me to stand here and throw a torch over this into like the farm or the barn or the stack of hay which is here, and just like catch or burn the entire camp to the ground. So the palisades are a nice touch. It's really unfortunate that this kind of creates a total chokehold over this entire place, and there is only like one point of entry from now on. And yes, I know that the teleportation stone can now be used infinitely almost, but let's at least go and see what Marquise has to tell us. Your stakes look frightening. It's perfect. Our foes will think twice before attacking us. I do wonder if we're gonna have to get them some donkey armor too. I spoke to our people. Most of them are ready to take up arms to defend each other. Did some refuse? Alaric tried to persuade everyone that my plan was meaningless and dangerous. In his opinion, we either run or die. The damned coward! I should have banished him long ago. He's spoiling morale and undermining my credibility. Anyway, I don't want to discuss it. We need a rack of swords. Can you make one? I can, but Master Alaric... Then I kindly bid you make haste. Now I must return to my research. What do you mean research? You are standing close to the fire and coughing. I'm feeling too lazy to make them on my own. Maybe I should buy the swords from Clotho. He's the hunchback. But seriously, why can't I make the swords? It's so easy. It's 5 steel swords, literally done in seconds by me. But maybe there is some more lore behind us interacting with Coco. I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but yeah. One thing which I would appreciate here is like a spot to meditate on, or one of these stools or pieces of... I don't know if this is like a tree stump or if this is like a bucket turned upside down, but if I could like sit my tushy on this and rest up while the NPCs walk outside, that would be just dandy. Okay, let's pull out all of these 5. Let's go talk to the Undertaker to see what will happen if we deliver these. Maybe she's gonna give us more recipes for even more gravestone or grave fences. There are still some tech which is missing. So I have the 5 gold star chisels. I hope this will help you see an end to the threats from your dead husband's relatives. Quality things. They'll be really helpful in my affairs. Why do I think she's gonna use them to bash someone's brains in? And about my husband's relatives, their threats don't scare me anymore. My own relatives will take care of them during my husband's funeral, if you know what I mean. Seems like I understood that. By the way, how do you make your special gravestones? Wouldn't you like to know my secrets? Okay. But don't tell them to anybody, or come to the next holiday, something nasty will happen to me. Yeah, I got it. And that would be the beheaded horse achievement. Let's take a look. Advanced gravestone, I'm not really sure. Ooh, wow, look at this one. This is pretty. Let's take a look at these 2. I'm not really sure if those are the ones that we are missing. Theoretically, it might be exactly that, but it looks like we are missing 3 more things. So, maybe I'm gonna have to fetch more of these. Okay. So, marble sculpture, tier 3, tier 4. These are definitely new. Yeah. And I still think we should grab something in addition from her that would grant us the access to the last remaining things. I do not advise anyone to purchase the stone sculptures or stone whatever or marble whatever gravestones or grave fences from the Undertaker. This is not that I don't want the money to flow through the economy and support the local refugees. It's just that whenever you are making stone sculptures or grave fences or marble fences, you are accumulating blue points. Blue points are going to be always a pain in the ass to accumulate, so it is in your best interest to kind of be greedy in this way and see if you can hold on to making them on your own. At least it's gonna give your zombies something to do. I seriously don't know if I got all the tech from her. I really don't think so. Maybe I just need some more of these. I know I'm spending money where I don't have to, but honestly, if you have seen any of those reports from how much money do I make in my Skull Tavern, yeah, I don't know what is this tech. Not sure. Okay, so we are at almost 3 points of happiness out of 14. We will require 12 points of happiness and 5 steel swords. So let's go see if we can find call, or however am I supposed to pronounce his name. And he usually hangs around the fort, so he is somewhere in these woods. Now, during the Stranger Sins DLC, he was usually appearing only during the night. I'm not really sure if I will have to come back here at night time. Also, I kind of noticed that when I wanted to talk to Tress and purchase the chisels, there is another one of these, and I wanted to see what it holds. Tress was napping beside the fire, surrounded by hundreds of origami paper rabbits. This was recent. Tress was already old. Sorry for that. Corey and some man from town are watching from a distance. The man looks like a doctor. The doctor leaves. Corey suddenly rushes over to Tress, gathers all the rabbits, and throws them into the fire. Tress awakens, shouts, and burns his hands trying to save the rabbits from the fire. And I gotta admit that if the brother is using the windmill power to run his sawmill, now that is some interesting idea. I mean, whoa, there's a freaking golem here. And not just like the base one. Damn! Someone really wants to get rid of me. Okay, this is a second one we came across. I do have some boost, so theoretically I can use this to heal myself. I realize it's a waste of alcohol, but that's the exact reason why I carry it around. I really don't want to be purchasing health potions from Clotho, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, okay, there is something here. The Lord Commander and some mountain fort soldiers were here. The Lord passed sentence and they hung someone, Yorick, that's how he died. What the hell? No, they hung two Yoriks. Yorick had a twin brother? Okay, who the hell is Yorick? Yeah, I know, you would think that me playing the game in the beta and everything, I would know this, but... Oh, okay, so Yorick is the spirit who is currently employed as our bartender at the Skull Tavern. Ooh, there's more. Lots of swords and armor surround Coco and Snake, who are bargaining violently. A crowd of gypsies comes up armed with knives. Coco runs away. Snake and the Gypsy Baron shake hands. Snake takes part of the stuff away and the gypsies take the rest. Seriously, making 5 swords would take me a couple of moments. I do have the steel ingots for that. I do hope so. And I also know now that it's true that I'm gonna have to show up at night in order to trigger his arrival, otherwise this just won't freaking happen. But the question is if I should actually try to make those swords myself, or if I should just wait and see. Because honestly, making those steel swords would take me... what was that, like 5 Mississippi? Did anyone count it? Yeah, it's not that much of a hard thing to do, but okay. Let's use this, go to the refugee camp, and at least drop off the boards at the tent. And as you can see, the speed at which the happiness is just generated here is slow, so yeah, I would really think that having this many people and having everything that they have access to would just make them that much more happier. But I still want to see what would happen if we would talk to Kukol or Kokol or whatever his name is, so I'm just gonna run back to the graveyard, and I'll talk to you when I get to the mountain fort at night. Preferably before midnight. I'm not really sure how his spawn time works, but yeah, it's kind of tricky with some of these NPCs. Okay, so I have equipped 40 gold star wines into my inventory. This will be used as potential health potion for now. Not really sure if there will be any need for it, but you never know with some of these NPCs. And since there was a silver golem, I'd rather not take my freaking chances. So yeah, let's just go to the mountain fort and see if we can manage to trigger his appearance and see if he will do something weird despite the fact that I brought the 5 steel swords to the camp despite of whatever notification that he is lazy to make them. What kind of argument is that? Okay, and here he is. So when it comes to him, you can purchase the rusty sword, the steel sword, the damask sword with gem, or the steel sword with gem. I'm using this, of course, but I'm just not gonna do anything. But maybe I do have to try and purchase one from him. No, I don't see any blue points here. Okay, so since that whole thing is completely pointless, what we can do is go to the refugee camp at least, talk to Master Larrick regarding who killed the fort graveyard keeper. I found the woman, Master Larrick, the woman responsible for the return of the ancient curse. It's marvelous news. We must act immediately. The situation in town worsens by the day. Well, who is she? Where is she? She's not far. It's Clotho, the old swamp witch. I've heard about her. Are you sure? Why did she do such a thing? Her sister told me she was driven mad by loneliness and decided to destroy the world. It sounds quite ridiculous. It can't be the whole truth. Let's go find out directly from her. It won't be that simple. I'm afraid her memory has been irreversibly damaged. It wouldn't count on her remembering anything or something that happened 30 years ago. I shall have to see and hear for myself. Clotho! Clotho! Oh, Keeper, you frightened me, so I thought it was howling ghouls. Rules don't exist, Clotho. Allow me to introduce you to Master Alaric. This is the worst date setup ever. Madame Clotho, we apologize for disturbing you at such an hour, but our question really is important and very personal. Important and personal? Oh, Master Alaric, it's all so sudden. And as a decent woman, I must refuse you, but...
Oh no.
I'm afraid, Madame Clotho, you... Oh, no need for ceremonies. Call me Claudie, my darling. Damn. I should have seen that coming. Clotho is always full of surprises. Yeah, that escalated quickly. Clotho, actually we came to ask you... No, it's me who must ask. Shall I pay the delicate dough, my precious Alaric? Already you cannot resist the urge to grab me and take me to your lair, my fearsome tiger. How do they know about tigers? Okay, just one question. Do you remember anything about the ancient curse or the fourth graveyard keeper? No, I don't, but I shall remember these passionate moments of our first meeting forever. A midnight abduction. How romantic. How sensual. My heart is yours forever, you... Yeah, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. We need a moment to ourselves, Madame Clotho. Sorry. Hey, what did you do? You took away her voice. No, I deprived you and me of the ability to hear a woman's voice. Temporarily. Excessive affection for the opposite sex is a key symptom of massive memory loss. You were right. And if she forgot how she invoked the curse, there's not much hope that she'll remember how to stop it. Are you sure that the one who called up the curse is the only one who can stop it? Yes, I am. The ancient god said so to my brothers and me. Well, we'll just have to accept that we failed, Keeper. Wait, maybe we're mistaken. Maybe Clotho didn't actually start the curse. Distract her for a few minutes. I have waited for this moment all my life, the man of my dreams. I even have a dress picked out for this occasion. Oh, how lovely. Where is it? I'm wearing it. Or did you imagine I'm naked? Clotho, this black and gold cloak I'm holding, is it yours? Yes, it's mine. I don't like it, and I've never worn it, but if you prefer me wearing that cloak for our wedding tomorrow... Master Alaric, let's have another word. It's her cloak. Do you need more evidence? It's too early to give up. I have an idea. Am I gonna use memory tincture on her? Her amnesia isn't total. Maybe it's possible to recover Clotho's memories. Seriously, memory tincture on Clotho? Or how do we want to do this? I have a memory tincture recipe. We can ask Clotho to use tincture on this cloak and... The tincture won't do. The cloak's magic is too powerful. I can see its aura, and it's extremely bright. Such artifacts were made by the ancient god. Spells, potions, rituals, there must be something. Can we summon the ancient god, maybe? Yes, there is something. Black magic, but are you prepared to take that step? I don't want to be turned into vampire if you're asking that. There are special circumstances. Yes, I'm ready. What do you suggest? An illegal and dangerous spell that the Inquisition uses when a heretic refuses to cooperate. Oh my god, are we gonna sing again? We'll penetrate into the deepest layer of her mind and we'll try to restore her memories from within. But you must know, it will be torture for her. And if we fail, she'll lose what remains of her identity, and she may even die. I don't like it, but do we have any other options? I'll take that as a yes. Forgive us, Clotho, we have to do this. What do you mean, my dear? I certainly don't object to marrying this irresistible... Sleep, Clotho, sleep. This is the worst threesome ever. It's her missing memory. Go ahead, you need to reconnect her memories with the corresponding entities. Jesus. What happens if I screw this up? Sounds complicated. The more links you restore, the better Clotho chances for getting her memory back. Okay. Clotho, can you see something? Memories, they're lost in the mist. Point them home. She is supreme priestess of the ancient god. She is the supreme priestess of the ancient god. How do I point the memories? My lips are sealed. My lips are sealed. She is the supreme priestess. What the heck am I supposed to do? Yes, I know that she is the supreme priestess. That's what we found out in the Stranger Since DLC. This is why it's important to play it as well. And I somehow triggered... Yeah, if I approach her and press anything, like spacebar to attack, hold on, everything belongs to her. The power is limitless. Her will is law. She is betrayed. Her word is destroyed. Her world is destroyed. Her people turn away from her. They despise her. They destroy all that is precious to her. Her disciples, her friends, her sisters, her God, they all leave her. She feels nothing but pain and craves revenge. Okay, so let's start asking. Miss Charm, wrong answer. This memory remains in the mist. She's Supreme Priestess. Everything belongs to her. Her power is limitless. She is betrayed. World is betrayed. Okay. Clotho. Right answer. This memory is returning home. Okay, so we need to apparently select the correct name of the character. Clotho fills it with black magic, day and night, without food or sleep, 170 years in a row. Clotho fits it with black magic, day and night. See if we can trigger more conversation. This is spooky. Come on, lady, work with me. I need to approach you from the other side. Spell by spell, ritual by ritual, further and darker and creepier. That is not enough. Clotho's enemies must suffer. Thousands of victims are not enough. Humankind must be extinguished utterly. But whatever Clotho contrieves is not enough, and so she continues to write in it. I think we are talking about the Necronomicon. Right answer. This memory is returning home. Wait, if she gets all her memory back, will she try to suddenly kill us with Master Alaric? Uncontrollable, irreversible, unstoppable chaos. The one thing that Clotho desires. Okay, I understand that, gorgeous, but can you tell me something else? You have the worst dating profile ever. This is why I don't use Tinder. Come on, gorgeous, talk to me. Countless hordes of walking dead, cutting down men, women, and children. This is what Clotho desires. But this is the ancient curse. Only the ancient contract holds it back. Clotho must find a way to break the contract. And it will return. Okay, so let's think about it. It's definitely not forgotten times. The Great Blast refers to how she was able to kill the fourth graveyard keeper and bring upon the ancient curse. The Holy Inquisition is definitely not the answer, so I'm gonna try to go with the Great Blast, but it might be the ancient curse too. Yeah. Okay, so it's definitely going to be the ancient curse. Right answer. This memory is returning home. 2 more to go. Despite outcasts willing to do anything to get rid of their troubles, Yeah, we've read this, princess. Come on, talk to me. It's so easy to manipulate them. Just give them hope. They collect information for Clotho. They kidnap, torture, and contaminate a priest for Clotho. So these are vampires. They kill for Clotho, all for the tiny promise Clotho gave them, which she has no intention of honoring. So these are the Twilight Seeds. Right answer. The memory is returning home. He signed the contract. He enforces it. He's extremely dangerous. This can be anyone from the ancient god to God knows who. And he could be extremely useful. He knows everything. Oh. The vampires contaminate him and then torture him by feeding him the wrong blood group. Okay, so this is Alaric. He is broken and tells them everything. The graveyard keeper is the guarantor of the contract. This must be Alaric. Clotho must kill the keeper. Then the ancient curse will return. The priest is no longer needed. Okay, so basically the highlighted letters or the highlighted words will tell you the key feature. So this should be Master Alaric. Right answer. This memory is returning home. He is the key to breaking the contract. He must die. How many rounds do we have to do? Yes, graveyard keeper. Black magic doesn't affect him. He's protected by the power of the ancient god. The vampire's ambush didn't work out either. The vampires just turned to jaws. Clotho knows that he's going to use the ancient portal. Clotho devises a mighty ritual. Enchanted by the ritual, the portal does not obey his will. The portal kills him. So, the fourth graveyard keeper. Right answer. This memory is returning home. It enhances all magic. It's the perfect place for such ritual. So this is the Misty Quagmire. Giggity. I do wonder how many rounds do we have to do here. The vampires were ordered to assist. The vampires will remain in this place forever. Nothing must interrupt the ritual. The Great Blast is inevitable. The Fourth Keeper is doomed. When the ritual is complete, Clotho notices a spy. Clotho sends the vampires to kill the witness. The place was always meant to be a grave, perhaps. So, Misty Giggity? Right answer. This memory is returning home. Despite the pain she inflicted on Clotho, Clotho still loves her. So this can be the sister, Miss Chain. Despite the pain she inflicted on Clotho, Clotho still loves her. Yeah, I heard that, Princess. Come on, give me some more information. Do I need to smack your butt or something? Come on, work with me. She is the only warm and kind thing left in Clotho's life. And Clotho knows she killed her. Screaming fired despair onto death. No more memory, but she survived. This is Miss Chain. So it looks like whatever we have so far uncovered is being recovered from Clotho's memory too. Clotho drinks powerful potions, one after another, in hopes of killing herself. I'm not gonna read it again. Seriously, can I like slap you with the sword over your tushy or hiney or what you want to call it? Clotho's mind can't bear the pain and breaks into fragments. Clotho descends into oblivion. When Clotho awakes, only a small part of her mind awakes with her, or awakens with her. Clotho's true identity is forever lost. There's no way to reconstruct it. Henceforth, Clotho must live with this condition. Okay. Absolution. I think amnesia. Right answer. This memory is returning home. I don't even know what most of the others mean. Honestly, if there wouldn't be the amnesia games, who would know? We must go back right now. She'll die in a few more seconds. Yeah, she's gonna probably try to kill us. And between worlds is the achievement. Good work, Keeper. Things turned out great, I should think. What's happening to her? Don't worry. She's just a common trance. Go ahead, rouse her. And now Clotho will help us stop the ancient curse. Spectacular! Clotho, can you hear me? Master Alaric, I don't think she's not breathing. Oh my gosh. What? That's impossible. We were back in time. Something went wrong. How is she standing and not breathing? Clotho!
Oh. Hey, me.
Oh, where am I? Oh, thank God, Clotho. Can you hear me? It's me, Graveyard Keeper, your friend. Graveyard Keeper, I remember you. Clotho, please try to remember. The Necronomicon, the ancient curse, vampires, your sister Chain. Do you remember at all that stuff? Can you remember? I remember warm wind, drops of rain, the smell of jasmine. That's all. Oh no, I remember something else. You promised to marry me. We failed again. The brothers were right. I am a useless loser. What brothers? What do you think? Why didn't it work? I don't know. Damnation. I'm tired of all these riddles. They've plagued my whole life. I have had it with these riddles. You know, Samuel L. Jackson. We could try again. Try what? Her mind can't handle it. And it would be useless. Everything is useless. We've lost, Keeper. Summon the courage to admit it. Nothing can stop the ancient curse. All you can is learn from my mistakes. There's no use sacrificing yourself for others. Just try to survive whatever is coming. Live your own life while you still can. The Walking Dead nearly upon us. Master Alaric, What? You want your award? Of course. It's just another job for you. Fine, take this apple. It's golden. Are you satisfied? I already have you. I am, thank you, but... Don't thank me. I stole this apple along with the cloak from Clotho's home. The only thing I can do now is returning home and get some sleep. I hope there won't be any monsters waiting for me near home. Ooh, do we get to kill some zombies? This is strange. If the Vampire Queen is old, Clotho, who used to send these monsters to kill me, he turned to bad. Yep, he's a vampire, a monster. You wouldn't make a happy pair, believe me. Okay, so we have covered quite a lot regarding the story. So I think this should be it for the episode. If you did like it, please consider giving it a like. It helps tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. This way, more people can come across my content. I publish content on a weekly basis, so if you will consider subscribing to the channel, you will have always something fun to watch. I do mostly playthroughs, discussions, early in-game reviews, tips and tricks videos, and who knows what else will I eventually put up on the channel. I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Hopefully, I will see you in the comments or at the next one, unless there is something spooky. Oh, the zombies are just standing still. They don't seem to want to eat my brains. And when I went to the COVID testing, the lady actually tried to reach back into my nose. She said she didn't find anything too, so maybe that's why the zombies don't want me. But yeah, that'll be it. I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Hopefully you are staying safe, having fun, and that's it. Bye, guys. Jesus, I almost swung my sword at that zombie. Don't do that. Don't do that. Dude, just don't do that, okay?